Decided that putting pictures of the community up would provide a powerful statement saying that there's a face to the families here, there's a face to the victims, there's a face to Westwood and the surrounding communities, like Athmar, Valverde, Harvey Park, all these places here in Southwest Denver. What we wanted to say was we're all together, that not only is the community working to try and help each other and stop the violence around here, but what we want to do as organizations is support that.
What we're doing is really evolving the culture and the beliefs and the beauty and the celebrations of our communities, to be able to unite our communities, to get rid of the stigma and really embrace individuals, to create an umbrella of acceptance, love, security, and safety.
What District 3 brings to the table is so much more creativity around solutions, because we live day to day with what we hear at night and what we see on the weekends. Those are our neighbors, and these are our lives in the streets that our kids are on. So going to a community and asking what would work, what would solutions really look like. And this community really taps into a creative vein throughout this district of both a reflection of our story. So what you see here are murals, they're portraits, but it's also a reflection of decades and years in this community, and what they bring forward is what's precious, what's important to them, what are priorities, and that's what I respond to, and what folks in our positions should respond to. What do communities say that they need, and let's try to make sure that they have that, so that they can live really spiritual and prosperous lives.
Any place that there is gentrification, any place that there is displacement, but also long legacies of community. We have a history of doing for ourselves and making sure that we support each other. And I think that's kind of the root of this. And I think, if we don't do it, nobody else will. Our neighborhood has a long history of being under-resourced, uninvested in, and we're seeing some of the effects now. And, I have a deep belief that if you have an ability to do something, you have a responsibility to do something. And so that was kind of why I got involved, and that's why my wife is involved, and that's why we just want to help, to be a part of it.
Southwest Denver, Westwood specifically, has always been like a second home for me. My grandparents live down the street. I have so many family that live down the street from this fence here on Kentucky and Irving. And when this project came about, and there was this idea to bring a statement to this fence, I instantly gravitated to it, because that idea of capturing the community here felt so organic to me. Over the past couple years, I have already been documenting a lot of this side of town, so I felt like I already had a lot of images to put up on this wall, but with that intention and time that we had, it was even more of a great project to kind of dive in and connect with more faces and more people that live directly across the street from this fence.
Bring peace, love, hope into the community, because a lot of people, a lot of kids when we were little didn't have that. When we didn't have positive role models, positive influences that came out to speak life into us. It was a lot about fighting each other, a lot about drugs, alcohol, abuse, and gun violence. And so now to be able to give back, it's such an amazing blessing. I'm so grateful, so thankful to be able to turn it into good and to be able to help and see some of the people's faces, the youth's faces, and some of the families that are really struggling, that are going through it. And when people lose hope, they really don't have anything to lean on. They end up giving up, and that's when they don't care. And that's when they end up just giving up and giving in to the world, and that's when we need to restore that hope.
I would like this to continue, not just for the temporary that, there has been an increase in violence, just when there's no violence at all, where we could just, grab youth out of the community and have them do murals or be participating in, photos or stories, graffiti art, anything like that, just to make sure that the kids do still have a voice in their own community. And especially, when we leave, or we get older or we retire, we have other kids that are going to be behind us, and they're going to be able to also organize and take back their community and make sure that their community is still relevant.
I think it's important that we come together as a community and take these spaces and create for the community and really, make the community a better place through our artwork and bring awareness to things, and also celebrate loved ones and people lost. And I just think it's really important.
I became familiar with this property when the community really identified it as a potential park, and we started working with the community as well as the city to develop this vacant lot. It used to be an XL substation surrounded by this 6-foot fence into a park project. And the fence was really, really important to the community because it was covered in a really beautiful, really important mural about unity, neighborhood unity. And I believe the history is that, you know, back when this corner was kind of seen as a dangerous corner in the neighborhood, there were lots of different bad activities going on, different gangs kind of fighting with each other, and some bad stuff was happening. And so the community came together and they created with, I think, 4 or 5 different artists of different backgrounds from the neighborhood, this mural that was really all about bringing culture together and unifying the neighborhood and moving past that violence. And we decided that we needed to preserve the fence as we waited for the park to be built. We really wanted to make sure the fence was protected. And what started to happen was the fence began to get tagged because there was an uptick in violence in the community. And our partners at D3 Arts reached out to us and asked if there was something we could do to mitigate that, you know, something really positive to bring a really good message to the community of unity again, but also to protect the mural and make sure it could be reutilized in some form or fashion after the park was built.
I know that we're going to continue to do this work, and that this was just like the start. People are excited, and I think they're going to continue doing it. And I hope that we can keep working together and continue to bring in more people, so that we're bringing people in from all different aspects of all the different things that youth need, and continuing to do things that are positive, creating more spaces, more things for people, things for youth to do. And I hope that we can show everybody that we can truly work together across every different group. So it's not just residents or just the same old neighborhood people that do everything, but it's like straight up from residents to businesses, nonprofits, city officials. I think it could be a really cool way to show like this is possible. It's not easy, but it's possible.
To be, greater opportunity for our community to kind of own itself. I think of the work being done on Morrison Road as a great example of that. Really a way to kind of fight displacement and fight gentrification in the neighborhood, to make sure that the folks who have always been here can continue to be here. And I think it's an ongoing struggle. I think it's easy to say, man, we did a really good thing, things are looking up. I think it's the right move to recognize that this is just the first step, or this is just the next step, so to speak. Because this isn't the first time this community has come together to do something positive. It's just the next line in that iteration, and I hope we keep that rolling.
Right now is great. We're communicating with each other, and it's not just the groups that are concerned about Westwood. It is Westwood talking to Athmar, talking to Valverde, talking to Barnum, and all the way up the federal corridor. So it is about maintaining that piece, because we don't live in bubbles. Our neighborhoods and our communities they're intersected by arterials, by highways, but then our neighbors cross into one another for the things that they need. And the things that we're trying to fix, those also cross into other neighborhoods. So those are the kinds of communication streams that have to happen over a long period of time. Because what we're also seeing is transformation in our neighborhoods. So we have new people moving to Westwood and moving to Athmar who don't have any history of this. They don't know what connections are out there, what Santi has done, what D3 Arts has done in the past, and what you're doing now. So part of it is making sure it's very visible and present for them, that there is work actively happening that you can support rather than create something new.
This mural has just been transformative to my life, and we've been able to see it touch so many people's lives here while we were doing the work, while we come here and we do whatever we need to do, finish painting. So many people have commented, and that's the purpose behind this, is to give the community hope, to give people something to look at that says, hey, that's me, that's someone I know, that these are real lives that we can touch and bring positivity to. So
a person can learn to unlearn and fully give their full potential, and then really come back and embrace the community and show the love and give more back than what they once took and once poisoned in our life, which is a big motive behind mine, is to give back to the communities more than what I once took and or poisoned in my life. And for individuals with lived experience, the respect, the gratitude, the honor, the loyalty, and the love that someone has to offer, and they can do it in an embracing, loving, and respectful way. There's no better person, family member, or community member.
This at this scale with the purpose, with the coming together of different organizations to kind of having this mural become a catalyst to organizations wanting to join forces to bring more solutions to this side of town when it comes to the gun violence happening, when it comes to the youth kind of going down some paths that have caused some harm to this community. I feel very honored and privileged to be part of this conversation and to have my work contribute to those solutions. My role in this community is to provide art and to be a documentarian and to be a storyteller, but at the same time I'm here to do the other work that's needed, and whatever it is that the community speaks up and feels like they need, and if I can provide that, I want to be here along with my partners at D3 Arts. It's really what we're about. It's focused around art, the transformative aspect of it, the recovery aspect of it, but it's also a resource for a lot of people.